One of the hardest decisions I made in 2024 was quitting my job. Well, it's all for good, and well, I'm happy I did. No regret. I didn't miss the office space for once. No, because actually I was working in a toxic environment. Yeah, welcome back to my channel. For everyone that has subscribed after watching my first video on YouTube, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. And for those that are just seeing this beautiful face for the first time, I am Oluwaseyi Daniels, the face behind Heritage Mama's YouTube channel. We will be sharing issue concerning marriage, motherhood, relationship with all the good stuff in between. All right, welcome. Please kindly subscribe to my channel. Do want to turn on your notification bell after subscription so that you're going to be aware whenever I post my video on YouTube, and also like and comment as you proceed while watching the video. Actually, today is a story time of why I quit my job. Well, I'm not advising anybody to quit their job, but it was my decision, myself and my husband's decision, for me to quit for my own well-being. When I had to quit the job, firstly was the distance. Backstory to when I started working there. Well, I used to live in Fadei then with my uncle before I got married, and I was working on CMS. Yeah, I would just wake up 7, I will leave the house by 7:30, 7:45. I will be on the island. I will already resume for the day. But fast forward to when I got married in 2021, we had to move to Tokbemo. Even though we tried looking for accommodation around Friday, Maryland, and all that, but there wasn't anyone that was suiting to us at that then. So we had to get our accommodation in Tokbemo. Anyone that knows Tokbemo in Lagos, you can comment down below. You know Tokbemo is not far from Yanapaja, and I'm going to the island every day, Monday to Friday. Yes, every day. So when I was pregnant with my first, I was going, I was enjoying it, I was struggling, it's only me and my husband and pregnancy. Then I was enjoying it, but as time goes on, I think as after 32 weeks by then, I came late, though I used to come late at interval one way or the other because I do get very weak at night. So when I wake up in the morning, I'm strong. But due to transportation down to the CMS, I we get to the office late. Actually, maybe around after 8, 8:30 thereabout. So but this particular day, I remember very well, February 1st, 2022. February 1st, yeah. I got to work 8:30, and I was queried. Why do you come late to work and all that and all that? I had to send a memo that I wasn't feeling fine yesterday night, but presently I'm well and all that. But the next thing I will see is the memo for me to start up my maternity leave immediately. I was saying, oh, my date is still next month. How come February 1st, and I was still 32 weeks about then. But I had to go home. They said it's for 3 months and all that. I went home. I was at home. I gave birth at the grace of God March 23rd that year. And the time for my resumption come, the baby was still 6 weeks. I had to write a mail and send that I can't resume because my baby is just 6 weeks, and I'm just also getting myself back on track. So sending the mail for them to extend my leave for 2 months, they had to send me back a mail that okay, they're giving me 3 months more, but without pay. Well, the other one they gave me before too was just 50% payments, which was appreciated anyways. But fast forward. When the 3 months elapsed, I feel like my baby was still small. As a first time mom, if you're a first time mom and I'm watching this video and you had a 6 weeks old baby, will you leave the baby to go to work? I don't think so, because I was engrossed carrying my baby. I was still trying to heal up and all that. So after they agreed for the three months extension without pay, no problem. When the 3 months came, my baby was 4 months then. I still don't want to go back to work, but I was feeling like, how would I do this child? I don't want to give this child to the crèche by now and all that. But I took up courage to go to the office. I went to see my MD. He gave me two options. At that time, he gave me two options. He said that he said that they extend my leave for 2 more months without pay, or I resume. I'll be resuming instead of 8, I'll be resuming 9. I'll be closing 3:30 or 4. So I got back home, I discussed with my husband. My husband said, okay, I think the second option will be the best. But how are we going to do the boy? All right, we made the decision that my mother-in-law will be coming around to help with the child and all that and all that. So I was pumping because I wanted to do exclusive breastfeeding. As a first time mom, you always want to be you want to do the best, and that is the best. We have always give out our best. Actually, I will be at work, pump, bring it back home, they give the boy. So all through that 4 months to 6 months, it was still on breast milk, even while I was away at work. So when it was 6 months, it started crutch. Another issue, the issue of how will this young boy cope in crèche by 6 months? But we had no option than to put him there. And mind you, I do leave home by 6 a.m. and I will resume back home around 8:39. How will I be able to take a child to crèche? That crèche that I resume by 7 and I have to leave home by 6. I have to come back home around 8:30, 9 sometimes 9:30, depending on the road. Anyone that knows the distance from the mainland to the highland, especially from Dopemu. Dopemu is like back. From Dopemu to CMS every day. Commuting there is not easy, actually. But the decision was that the boy has to start a crèche and all that. My husband have to pick it up. Yeah, I'll wake up very early around 5:30 to 5 sometimes, pack his bag for crèche and all that, everything that we need. I was still pumping, but I actually wanted to be taking breast milk alongside with the solid I have started. But backstory, my husband would take him to crèche, bring him back, take him to crèche, bring him back. When I will leave home in the morning, the boy is still sleeping. Sometimes when I come back very late, he's already asleep. But most of the time, my husband ensures that he doesn't sleep till I come back so that he will at least see the mother before sleeping. Lagos. All right. Fast forward to when he started school. When he started school again, we couldn't keep up. Crèche closed by 6, right? And the father will pick him by 6 by then. But now he started school. School closed by 3. Pata school we closed by 4 p.m. How am I going to cope? We have to be paying for extra. We have to be paying for after school. We have to start paying for after school so that he will remain in school till 6. So the dad will have been done with work, come and pick him up. That was how I survived till 2024 when I was pregnant of my second child. The struggle was even really much by then because by then the PRT system, the PRT is actually a big bus which the payment of the bus fee is subsidized and the commuting is very fast. Though before then I've always been on PRT anyways, but the system was still friendly by then. I've always been on PRT. PRT is fast because they have their own lane on the road. So it's when the other people are in traffic, we are moving very fast. So we move very fast, come back. So if you did not if you could not sit down, there's a space for you to stand, but you are paying the same amount. So fast forward to 2024, when I was pregnant, I was almost standing every day, to and fro, and most of the time we'd spend 2 hours on the road. Two good hours, the pregnant woman is standing. By then, the pregnancy wasn't showing. So nobody regards you in Lagos, nobody sends you. At the pregnancy station, sometimes I'm weak to stand. I will beg and please, I'm pregnant. Can I please get a seat? They will tell you. And I'm like, you're not pregnant. It's fibroid. You people that your stomach is big. You just be saying you're pregnant, this and that. So many assaults, even from women. There was a day I got to the BRT station. The man looked at me in the eyes and told me, Madam, you are not pregnant. Go to the back, this and that. So I was like, the insult left and right, not one, not twice, not three times. They are not the one that give you belly, so you have to carry your cross. So I have to wake up early, prepare the bag of the boy going to school and all that, and I have to carry myself with my pregnancy. I have to carry myself to the highland every day. So, but many things have been happening on the ground in the office. It's toxic environment where people are just being funny at work. You have to keep that one aside anyways. So commuting to work was very difficult for me as at then. I would get to the BRT station, struggle By 6 a.m. I'm already at the BR station. Sometimes 6 after 6, sometimes 6:30 I'm late. But you have to wait for like 1 good hour before BRT will come. And once it comes, we already have over 100 of people on the queue. Will I go to the back and go and stay? No, I had to stand in the BRT to buy time. So standing over time was affecting me real because I was pregnant. I was sometimes I would go and say, please, I'm pregnant. Can you allow me? You get insults here and there. If you have that issue before in BRT station, can you please comment down below? I know you might definitely want to ask that. Is there no other buses that go to the highland from my area? There are many buses. In Lagos, we have yellow buses. Yellow buses everywhere. They go everywhere. But the fact is, PRT's buses they are well cheaper and they also have their own lane. As I said earlier, they have their own lane which make movement faster. So you can cut your journey using BRT station because they are going on the BRT lane while other people are in traffic, you are going smoothly. But not all the time because there will still be a point all of you will still come together. So that is why it was so stressful for me to say I want to continue. Which leads me to my number 2 point that the pay of the job wasn't encouraging. It wasn't encouraging. Looking at the stress of commuting, looking at the price of things, looking at everything in general, it wasn't just encouraging. So looking at the pay, there was no increment, though the job wasn't the work I was doing in the office. I was working as administrative officer, as I said in my introductory video. If you have not watched it, please kindly go back to see it, to know more about me. Yeah. So the job wasn't just favorable with pay. So I had to just say, please let me go. I had to write my letter and say, please, sir, I need to go. So since then, I've been working on myself, on getting remote job and all that. And that is my story. That is the reason why I had to quit because of the distance, because of the pay, because of me getting home late. And my son is already sleeping when I will come back in the night. I left him sleeping in the morning. I met him sleeping in the night because mommy left home early. Mommy came back home late. Thank God for my husband that is working on the mainland and his own work is flexible. Thank God for that. That was the saving grace for me to even to have worked till then. Though you might want to ask me that why don't you get it help? Presently, I don't have an help. I had planned to have, but presently I don't have help at all. So I do everything by myself. So those are the reasons why I had to call it a quit. That okay, let me just go on this motherhood journey. And alongside get a remote job. Probably sometime in the future I'll get back to the office. I've always loved the office space. But the office I left, it was toxic and everything wasn't just encouraging. As at that time I just had to leave. That is my reason, that is my story, that's my story, that is my story. Yeah, if you've had to leave your job at any point or the other, can you please comment down below? Let's learn together. Let's encourage one another. I'm not encouraging anybody to leave their job, but some situation might warrant you to move on, even while you have not even seen another job. If the Holy Spirit directs you to leave, you can, but you must always have a plan B. Once he tell you to leave, sometimes they tell you the instruction to do after, and sometimes you might have okay, he will have tell you go and obey number one. After you obey number one, then I will give you number two instruction. So for me, I had to just call it a quit by then. Yeah. Thank you for watching my video. Thank you for listening to my story today. Yeah, till we meet again, I still remain Heritage Mama, where we talk about motherhood, marriage, and relationship. Kindly subscribe to my channel, like my video, and also comment down below. Thank you. See you in my next video. Thank you. God bless you. Bye.